Hello. It is a new pen day. So I actually have a few pens to unbox over time, but for Christmas, somebody got me a Diplomat, which I asked for specifically. But the one that I got, can you guess? Can you guess? Do you know? Can you guess? Ta-da! I got the Viper in blue. Look at that. Isn't she pretty? I think so. Wow, so nice. The texture is amazing. And it has that hooded nib. Although somebody told me that's not a hooded nib, so I was confused because I thought that was a hooded nib, surely. If I'm wrong or if I'm right, sound off in the comments. But look, love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh. Burp. But yeah, hopefully you can see this texture. It's really nice. It's very pretty. The section is kind of a satin finish, as is the rest of it. It does have its own converter, and it's got a little pearl in it, or a little plastic bead, which helps with the ink flow. So clever. So clever. And if you haven't seen my swatching with friends video that I just put up recently, I'm not sure when, I got an ink for it. Oh yeah, and there's their card inside. There's not much in the thing, so, but is a snap closure. I got this Hermes Sky Blue ink, which I've already swatched, and it's very light, but because this is a fine nib, I think, I'm pretty sure it doesn't say on this box, but that's what I would have asked for if there was a choice. Oops, why am I doing that? Yeah, it should be good. Right. I'm wondering, can I, yeah, I was just wondering if it was easier to take it out. Let's try it. Look at that. Perfect fill, first time. Every pen, every converter should come with that little ball in it. Oh my God. That's probably the most perfect fill I have ever had in the history of my pen life, which isn't long. I know a lot of you know the struggle. Anyway, see if we can get it writing. Well, it does flow. New pen day. It's a tad scratchy. Yeah, it's a bit scratchy. And maybe this ink is too light. Or maybe it's just the flow. Not only am I in my blue period, as Shauna calls it, I'm also in my why can't my new pens just work nicely. Now, I have tried other people's Vipers, so I did know I liked it, but mine appears to not be great. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? I can hear it. Oh, I love that action though. Come on. Come on. It's worth it just for that. I wanted to compare that sound with a different pen. This is my platinum, one of my platinums. It is a fine nib. Can you hear that? You can barely hear it in comparison. Right. Try something with a steel nib. This is my Bennu. This is a Euphoria, which uses the Joa style, Yovo style nib, just like the Platinum. You can barely hear it. We'll do some comparisons. So there's the Diplomat, there's the Bennu Euphoria, there's the Platinum, this is the Narwhal I got recently. So you can see it's not a big pen. It's kind of small. It's not as small as some pens. Let's see this. This is a Jinhao. I forget what number, but you know it's the Sailor Pro Gear Slim style, so it's smaller in size. Where are my Jinhaos? And then this is a Jinhao, which are capless and also have a very tiny, thin nib. So yeah, there's a range of comparisons. Yeah, here's my Pelican, which is like one of my smallest pens. It's about the same size as the Jinhao. But there we go. So yeah, a disappointment. So another pen I need to get fixed. Do I want to? I was gonna put it in my pen book since it's the first new pen of the new year. But I might wait. Hello. So this is kind of part 2. This is all one video, obviously, but it's weeks later, and I want to talk about the Diplomat. So yes, I probably should have just flushed it. No, I didn't dip it. Do a dip test when I filled it. So after letting some of the pen friends play with it and my friend Alex play with it, it started to flow better. So yes, maybe it just had a little grease in the nib, or just needed to be used a bit before judging. Yeah, and I took a picture of it so I could put it in my pen book because I never did that, and now I'm wondering what I did with the glue. The picture is kind of okay. It's a bit dark. I need to play with that Kodak machine a bit more. It's charging right now, because it's hard to figure out how the background is going to come out. Like I did that one, and obviously my mat is beige, so this looks slightly better, I think. Oops, than that one, although they're about the same. Yeah, I need to just play around with it, how to get it a bit brighter, because when I was playing with the brightness in the app, it was just making it like washed out, but obviously I don't know what that's going to look like if it prints. So maybe I need to do that. So for now, I'm just gonna tack it in. Yeah, so I never put it in the book. I'm hiding what's on there because I've got a different pen there. So these are kind of out of order now, but whatever. So I'm just gonna tack this in a little bit with some Pritt stick, so we can peel it out later if I want to do a different picture. Ta-da! And I've actually got 2 lights now. I got out my old ring light, so now I have 2 ring lights, so hopefully this video looks a little brighter. I don't know, it's hard because it's really gloomy out. I've got the lights on in my flat, but I feel like all our lights are quite warm. That's why you get these kind of well, not washed out, but just kind of gloomy color to my videos. I'm trying to work on it without buying big expensive lights. Also, I don't have room for those big proper like influencer light box things. Okay, so this is the, hopefully you can see that it's writing much better. So one, I don't think you get that sound. I'll have to listen to it back, but you don't get the scratchy sound as much. The ink is flowing, so you can see that color much better. You see how much richer it is? It's not so washed out. Diplomat Viper blue, and it's a steel fine nib. And when did I actually got this? This was Christmas 2025. So I actually opened it on camera a couple weeks ago when I was filming the rest of this video, but then yeah, I stopped. So what is the ink? The ink is the Lava. Hermes, Laban Hermes, aka Sky Blue, I think is what it said. Yeah, so you see it's much nicer. So here's that original writing sample that I was doing, and you can kind of compare them. The color is totally different. I mean, this is white paper and this is cream paper, but I feel like you can just see that difference in the richness, the darkness of the sky blue is not as pale as that. And here I was doing that scratching test and it's much better now. So I can even kind of replicate that a little bit. So here is the, so this was somebody writing with my Diplomat, but here is the, can you hear? It's so much smoother now. So just the act of people kind of writing with it and trying out. Kind of loosened it up, help get the flow going. So yeah, more lessons learned from Michaela. I'm still a novice. I don't claim to be anything other, you know, I'm not an expert in the pens. I'm still learning stuff. I think I used this Bennu. So I used this Bennu. And you see this actually has a more scratchy sound, but it's not actually scratchy in itself, it's just feedback. But the scratchy sound I was getting up here is kind of gone now. With this. It's just a tiny bit, but it's not as bad. Or maybe because it's flowing, I don't mind. So, yeah, it's, I've been using it at work pretty much the last few weeks, and I'm enjoying it. It feels nice in the hand. Obviously, that cap action is amazing. I do love the crosshatch texture, the diamond pattern on it. And it's that nice, it's a nice enough size and shape where when I am using it at work, it looks kind of classy to people who don't know anything about fountain pens. It's not as blinged out or out there as something like a Bennu. So I think people admire it a bit more and ask me about it. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, there is my Diplomat. Thank you for bearing with this video. Don't shout at me too much in the comments, especially you, Shauna, going, I told you so. When will I ever learn? When will I learn? Probably never. So thanks. Bye.